So,
I
John,
like
is
it.
there much chatter or hubbub going around the media down there about potential signings? There's been some alluding to the fact by Dave Dombrowski, still adding around the edges, not really in the trade market per se, but Whit Merrifield's out there, Liam Hendricks is out there, Eddie Rosario, a couple outfielders that could help this team. Is there any buzz down there about potentially still adding to this roster come Monday, or do you think this is more or less what we're going to see?
Well, there's certainly a lot of buzz around the writers amongst ourselves, trying to figure out if some of these moves are going to happen. Everyone's trying to pry information out of Dave best they can. He's of course going to be tight-lipped. I'm sure there's some talks going on. I do think we haven't had fire yet, but we're getting more and more smoke. If something were to happen with Merrifield, Jordan Montgomery, any of these guys, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it were going to happen, this is the way you start to feel. This is how it would go, right? Like first, there's the sort of abstract rumors like the Phillies might be a fit, they're a sleeper. Then you hear things a little more concrete, that there have been talks between camps. And now whether it leads to something or not, I think it really depends. I definitely get the impression that the Phillies have dug in their heels on the prices that they're willing to jump in at for some of the bigger names. And if those markets fail to develop the way the players want, they could end up on the Phillies. I don't think they're being super aggressive on that front for the big names. I do think that, reading between the lines of a lot of the quotes we've collected here this week, I would expect, some of these position players to shake loose. That what Dombrowski's been indicating is that, and Rob Thompson mentioned this as well. There's a lot of guys still out there. It's while they still got a lot of room for additional players in camp, they do expect that not every one of these sort of marginal starters is going to be able to get that starting job they're looking for. Once they realize that and their agents realize that, I think the Phillies are confident that their offer of part-time employment, maybe 2 starts a week, pinch hit at bats in between that, it might not be appealing right now, but as these players don't get the exact jobs they want, it may become more appealing. Come here, if you're going to be a 4th, 5th outfielder on any team, why not join a team that has championship aspirations, realistic championship aspirations? So, anything could happen. I would say that the smoke's starting to increase, and I certainly wouldn't be shocked if something went down as early as today, this weekend.